Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. And today I'm unboxing, like, everything. Everything Everdell, which I guess has a nice alliteration to it. Everything Everdell. Sort of. I'm not unboxing everything Everdell. I've already unboxed some things Everdell. This is Everdell Farshore. If you've missed this, I have a gameplay on the channel. I have a review on the channel. I have opinions about this game. We'll talk more about this because this is an unboxing and rambling, which means I'm gonna talk about things. But in particular, I have not yet unboxed Newleaf or Mistwood or any of the all-in collection. This has been sitting on my shelf the entire time. I've played Farshore before I've played any of the new stuff here. Life gets in the way, life gets busy. But let's go and dive into this. We even have My Little Everdell over here. We have My Little Everdell, and yes, of course, because it's important, we also have our coffee and our knife for all the fun unboxing stuff we're going to be doing. This is going to be a conversation. On the right side over here, I have all the Everdell stuff that's already been unboxed and sorted. This is a very large universe, a universe that supposedly at one time was sort of ending, although that's not entirely true. The universe was never really ending. Rather, they said they're no longer doing expansions for Everdell. And they followed that up with My Little Everdell, which is a standalone game, and Everdell Farshore, which is a standalone game that may or may not get its own line of expansions to make you, I don't know. I don't know why. Why do we have Everdell This is gonna be a fun video. Anyways, we have a lot of stuff here. We have Everdell Farshore, we have My Little Everdell, we have Belfair, Spirecrest, we have regular collector's edition of Everdell, as well as Pearlbrook. Pearlbrook is inside this as well. All of the Everdell stuff is collected into here. And then we got the new stuff, which is Newleaf, Mistwood, Deluxe Resources, and the giant box, which is obnoxiously large. And we're going to go ahead and figure our way through this. And by figure our way through this, I don't even know what I mean. We have a little bit of this box sleeve is a little bit detached. I may have to glue that there. But by figure our way through it, I mean that I don't know what I'm going to do in this video. I don't know if I'm going to just unbox stuff. I don't know if I'm also going to try to see what I can get into the collection over here. Maybe I'll try to reorganize things. That seems like a horrible mistake, right? I haven't even sleeved half this stuff. I should probably sleeve stuff. We're going to go ahead and figure it all out. But basically, I like Everdell. I like Everdell a lot, as evidenced by the amount of stuff on this table. It's particularly fun because Everdell is a game that the first time I played it, I liked it, and I got rid of it. I was like, you know what, I don't need it. And then I had second thoughts and I got it back, which, by the way, is something that I do a decent amount of time. I would say for every 15 games I get rid of, I get one of them back. And then for every 10 games I get back, only one of them stays back. Usually they actually leave and stay away. Usually they come back, I try it again, and I'm like, nope, I know why I got rid of it the first time. Yes, I do like it. I'm right that I liked it, but I'm also right about the reasons I got rid of it. That just happened with any, well, let's go ahead and show you Everdell Newleaf over here. This over here, we have Everdell Newleaf. This is going to be an expansion, requires the base game. Attract eager visitors to your city, make your reservations, travel further with tickets, and build the most prosperous city Everdell has ever seen. Now, I had a chance to play through Everdell, Newleaf, and Mistwood, sort of. I didn't play through the full stuff, but they kind of, when they did the whole big box collector's edition expansion and all that stuff, they kind of gave content creators some stuff, in particular some cards and things. So you had some degree of cards. We have a catalog for Tabletop Tycoon if you want to see this. We have the entire Everdell line, obviously. We have, you know, big old box of storage, Tales from the Green Acorn, and playing cards. I don't think I have those. Card sleeves, I don't think I have those. Wooden Evertree, I already have them in the collector's edition over here. 1,000-piece puzzles. I didn't love the 1,000-piece puzzles from Everdell. I found that they were, to be fair, to give them credit, I was trying to do them under, like, studio lighting. In other words, with not the best possible lighting for seeing puzzle pieces. But I found them a little bit more difficult than I'd like. And then Deluxe Resource Vessels, which we'll be showing you today. We should have stickers in here, hopefully. We have Flourish, which wasn't the game for me. Panorama, which is okay, but I prefer Castles of, Between Two Castles, Matic and Ludwig. We have The Princess Bride, which I have not played. I Hate to Kill You, Prepare to Die, have not played those. So not a lot of these. And War of Whispers, I've heard good things about that. I own it, but I have not played War of Whispers. That's going to be our little catalog of... I just tossed it exactly onto the light. Exactly. It landed exactly onto one of my backlights over there. Everdell Newleaf. Let's see what we got over here as far as our rulebook. And again, I've read through the rulebooks for, I guess, some of these. I've read through Pearlbrook. I think I've read through Spirecrest. I don't think I've read through Belfair. Belfair is the module one. Spirecrest is like the seasons and the track, if I recall correctly. I need to play with more expansions. I've played with a lot of stuff. I played My Little Everdell. I played Farshore. I played base game. I played some of the new Mistwood Newleaf content. It's been very mixed and matched as far as what I've played Everdell, but I do love that game and I should play it more. Anyways, Newleaf train station. It's going to be a whole new train station that goes on the side of the board over here. In general, modules, expansions in Everdell are supposedly supposed to be a mix and match. Don't do everything at once. And supposedly, a lot of people do not listen to that, which I think I'd find myself in that category and camp. But anyways, we have our tickets over here, which are flip when used. Do they have anything? Discard when used. So I don't know how these tickets work, but we'll go into that. We have these, which will go onto the board over there. And then we have all of our door tokens, which we should have the upgraded doors as well. On a personal level, I should have the upgraded doors. And then we have our train station over here. That's going to be a little train station, which is adorable. I love the art, the presentation, the bag over here. This is going to be more of a conversation around Everdell than anything else, honestly. Although I do like these. Look at these over here. These are like little wax adjacent tokens over here. So you can see here, are they different on the side? No, they're the same on one side versus the other. But these are kind of wax tokens. You can kind of see. Lighting is never the most flattering when it comes to red or orange things on camera, or yellow for that matter. When you have plastics in those shades, not always the most flattering. We have to figure out, I believe this is all supposed to fit into the complete collection. Maybe we'll open that box next, because maybe we'll just start putting things together as we go. In any case, Everdell. So, I like Everdell a lot. I find Everdell is charming, both because of the art, the presentation, the various wooden animals. We got little wooden animals to go through over here. I mean, just look at this board. Look, this board pulls you in. Like, the Andrew Bosley art's incredible. Also, Jackie Davis over here from Farshore took over from Andrew Bosley, I believe, and she's now doing the new Everdell stuff, which I don't know if the new Everdell stuff is more. I think the last thing Bosley did was My Little Everdell, if I'm not mistaken. But Jackie Davis is doing a great job, but I will say Andrew Bosley definitely got me into the series over here. These are fun little cards. I like these. Look at this card, which I'm going to throw away because I hope that art's somewhere else, because this is just a, telling you what language pack it is, which I know because I can read my cards over here. When you win, take a photo with the back of this card as a record of your victory. I'm not going to do that, but it's nice that they let you do that. Over here, we have our air balloon over here. Air balloon, copy any thingy in an opponent's city, activate it based on your city. And remember, doors worked differently in some of the expansions. They'd have a lot of doors, because one of the problems Everdell had that Farshore seeks to address is as you add more cards, it becomes harder to mix and match the cards you need to be able to properly match a critter to its construction. Because Everdell has matching critters and constructions, and if you have a giant deck of cards, that becomes harder to balance around. Some of the expansion cards just gave you kind of wild cards that could match to any card that had a construction. Farshore seeks to address that by just giving you 3 anchors. In Farshore, you don't match critters to constructions. Rather, you have 3 anchors, and that will allow you to match a critter to its matching color construction 3 times in the game. So you kind of have more control over it, which I think is more balanced, but also less fun. I'm dropping cards already. As long as I don't drop them in the coffee, we should be fine. So, what do we got over here? We got the bank, we have the chipsmith, we have the city hall, conductor, diplomat, and again, we have the freight cards. Just more and more cards for Everdell over here. I'm just going to scroll through these. We have that card I like, the inventor. I actually really like the full-size artwork, honestly. We have the lamplighter, the library, the locomotive. Maybe may not be used with any other card playing ability. Play a station for 3 fewer station cards. Do we have station cards? I assume we will in some way. They're probably going to be small cards if I have to guess, because I don't see station cards over here, which means they're almost certainly these guys over here. Are they though? Because I'm not sure now. I'm not sure what station cards are. Are station cards... I'm not sure what station cards are, because they're station... It said play a station card. Are these station cards? Common construction, unique construction... critters. I am not clear what a station card is. I mean, this is a locomotive. Play a station card. What's a station card? Interesting. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at these cards over here and see what we got. So we have these cards, special rules for compatibility between different pairings, Harvester equals husband, Gatherer equals wife, early printings of Everdell include cards that have since been renamed. Oh, I gotcha, okay. So we have Harvester and Gatherer instead of husband and wife, makes sense. We have the 10 cards in the city, 9 constructions, these are various goals you'll have in play, with their point values. We have our extra cards that will go into various spots on the board, giving you locations to go. These, I guess, might be station cards? No, these are character cards. I think I haven't played with these last time if I recall correctly. I'm not certain. We have these cards over here, which I don't know what they are at all, over here, and that's what we have. So I am intrigued by the station card concept because it says station card, right? Where are the rules? Where are the rules? Play a oh, is a station card? No, nope. Critter cards, train card tiles, train tickets, 24 critters with 4 player power cards, 24 critters with 4 player power cards. Okay, those I got. I'm not confident on what the train station cards are from that thing. Is it from Mistwood? I don't think so. I don't know. We'll have to look this up later. Anyways, that's what we have as far as this box over here, which means we're going to go ahead and put this back, but we are going to move directly to the next thing. And we still haven't really talked about what's necessary, not necessary in terms of the general world of Everdell, because that is a conversation we're going to have. So, let's put this down over here. This may go away shortly. I think Everdell is charming. And there's a reason I have all this on the table. But Everdell Farshore seems to be a reboot of the series. I don't know if it's necessary. Well, I know it's not necessary. I don't know. If you're someone who's coming into the Everdell series for the first time, I think Everdell Farshore is a good game to start with. I couldn't tell you what I like more, base Everdell or base Farshore. I can tell you that I think there's more charm to base Everdell, but also I fell in love with that a long time ago, so it's harder to like know whether this is or isn't the same. I think I can point to things that are improvements, and I can point to things that are steps back, so I don't know where I end up. But I do think if you already own Everdell, I don't think you need Farshore. Try it out, by all means. If you have a chance to try it out sometime, try it out. See if it's for you, and then either go ahead and buy it if you like it enough and want to own more, or just don't and say, hey, I have Everdell already. Meaning I'm always happy when games have new systems. I mean, look at me with like 14 versions of Zombicide. I am not one to talk in the slightest. But I don't necessarily think everyone needs to own 14 versions of Zombicide. For myself, I got 14 versions of Zombicide, and then I pick and choose the ones that work for me the most. Ideally keeping only 2, but at this point I think we're keeping like 3 or 4. I'm keeping more than I should when it comes to Zombicide. That is a real problem. What's also is a real problem is the size of this ridiculous box over here. It's just, I mean, it's so ridiculously large. It's just obnoxious. But we do have a little bit of a pamphlet as far as how to store things, so that will help us, I guess, to an extent. This may be a crazy video. I apologize in advance, because I think I might just try to store and punch everything in here, because why not? I'm here right now anyway, right? This has to go down because we need more table space. So we're going to take the box sleeve. The box sleeve has to be taped too. Although I don't usually keep box sleeves, he says, with the box sleeve on base Everdell. Okay. I need to look at this. Let's take a look at this over here. We got this over here. That's going to be where the Evertree goes in here. We have our wooden meeples go in here. That's fun, okay. So we can take this container out, knowing that the wooden meeples will go in here. Okay, we're going to put it off to the side. Under that, we have our rule books. We have accessories. So we have, ooh, look at this. Look at this. Comprehensive Everdell rules. That is nice. That is nice. We also have upgraded Everdell bits and bobs over here, which we'll take a look at more shortly. We have some higher value coins. We'll take a look at those shortly. That's going to be where our accessories go, it looks like. Fits the official deluxe resources. Oh, that's fun. Okay, we have that. Then we have, that's going to be this box over here. Give me a second while I try to pull this out. We have this box over here, which is going to be our Pearlbrick Wonders and Signs, which we're going to find shortly. Underneath that, we have our card tray, which has all the cards and small tokens, if I can even get it out. We have our stickers. Stickers! I'm going to need to deal with that as well, because stickers, of course. We also have some cool cards in here. I don't know what these cards are for. Were they promos? I don't remember. We have this box over here, which is going to be where this fits into, along with the other box. So we could put that back in there and kind of leave it sort of in there, which I guess we might do for right now. And underneath that, we have Nightweave player boards, Pearlbrick overlays, market boards, Scorepad, and cloth bag. And then the game boards will go, I guess, underneath here, or in between here. I'm not entirely clear. Oh no, the game boards are going to go in here. Okay, we're going to make this into an unboxing. Ooh, that's pretty and shiny and all that. What the pretty and shiny is, over here, this is like felt and stuff. So, we're going to go ahead right about now. We're going to try the process of trying to get this all into this monstrosity. To that end, we're going to move this over here. We're going to move this like so. We're going to move these down here. We'll timestamp the best we can, but we will have to make compromises along the way. We are going to sticker things later. Maybe I'll show you stickers now. I mean, stickers are fun, but yeah, I'll show you stickers now, but I'm not going to sticker things now. That'd be crazy. Nobody here has 4.5 hours to sticker things. But what we do have is we have enough time to show you some of the stickers, so you can take a look. Ooh, look at these. Look at these. Look at these. I'm not showing you there. Look at these stickers. You got this over here. These are all just fun little stickers for your Everdell thing. And there's always been lots of stickers for Everdell. This is just the official set for what they have. And they do look nice. I'm definitely going to sticker all my meeples because I think it just improves the overall presentation. But wow, that's a lot of stickering. That is a lot of stickering. That is a lot of stickering. I may have been going in circles at this point, and I may have missed some of the things in here because I think there's some mucin under here. We got some mucin, if these will come out, but I'm a little worried because it doesn't seem to want to come out. Let's go ahead and pull, push. That's a mistake to take them out now. I'm realizing this now. We have these over here for some of the larger animals you can ride in the game. And these are all over here. And so now we have all our stickers in a nice little, let's put them back in the bag and hope they go back in the bag. Why, you ask? Because I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know why they have to go back in here. That's actually a good question. But I think I just want them here because they're stickers and I want them protected. Because these are actually important to me. At least for now. Let's go ahead and put these in here. And there they go. Stickers back in the bag. All safe. And now time to get to the this part over here. We got assembling the wooden tree, assembling the wonders. That's already been done. We already know how to do that, which means we're going to start with Newleaf over here and start the process of trying to get everything into the box. So Newleaf is going to go down over here underneath the table because I won't need you, and then we're going to put this into here. We'll have to deal with the rulebooks soon enough. This in here, and I think this goes, number 5 is Newleaf goes in first. So we're going to put in Newleaf first as far as the boards. Then we have Pearlbrook next, which means we need to get into our Collector's Edition. This may have been a bit ambitious. At this point in the conversation, we will remove Farshore and my little Everdell from the conversation, because I think we can all agree that those are not relevant to this conversation. We'll take the stickers, put them into the box over here. We'll take the comprehensive rules, put them into the box over here. We'll put tokens against the box over here. I'm doing the best I can. And we're going to go ahead and continue with not Belfair, but rather we need Newleaf, then Pearlbrook. So this one's going to go over here. This is a mistake. This is a horrible mistake. I don't know why I'm trying to do this on camera. We got this board over here. Let's take that out. We're going to put this down. We're going to put this down over here. This down over here. Belfair, I'm just getting rid of all the boxes so everything's accessible and we can just make mistakes together. This is going to go here. I'm going to put this down behind me. And then we need this box over here, which is already in its beautiful slip sleeve. Sleeve, just sleeve, no slip. And we're going to go to open this bad boy and then start the process of figuring out where everything goes. We got the tree, we got cards. We have like cards that are not... Oh, are these from... I have content in here from the prototype. I didn't realize that. I did not realize I had prototype content in here. But we'll deal with that shortly. Our wooden tree is going to come out and go off to the side. And then we're going to grab our rulebook for Pearlbrook and our boards, which are at the bottom here and are about to be taken out over here. So, looking at the top over here, we're going to put Pearlbrook in next on top. That looks like to be the next set that goes in here. I think it goes like this, just like this over here. I think it goes... No, it goes directly like this. 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. That's how Pearlbrook goes, so I should probably orient this correctly. Then we have Spire Crest, which is not this one, or is this one? This is this one. That's going to go on top like so. And then we have Everdell on top like so. That looks good. And then lastly, we have this on top like so. That's going to be your first box. So we are done with box 1. That's actually not bad. Now, how easy is it to play this game when you have everything put away? That's going to be a different conversation we'll have to deal with. But that's not bad for box number 1. Which means on top of that, we need to put this box over here, which is going to be like this, I guess. Give me a second to put this back. It has to go, I assume, like this, based on how it went. Now, we do have stickers in here. I don't know what they're for, because these are stickers for what exactly? Oh, interesting. There's different shapes on them. See the shapes over here? I don't know if this is supposed to go on the wooden bits or not, but there's different colors to those, which means we're going to put those into the sticker pack and deal with that later. But in the meantime, we need to put things into here. So to that end, this tray is for the Nightweave and player boards, Pearlbrook overlays, market board, Scorepad, and cloth bag. Yeah, let's pretend we know what we're doing here. Cloth bag can go in here. Where exactly? I don't know. We're going to tuck it over here for right now and just figure out, maybe it goes in there, maybe not. But then we also need the Pearlbrook overlays, which should be in here, I imagine, because this is where the Pearlbrook stuff is. We have to take a whole lot of cards out of here and deal with... This is messy. But bear with me. I was going to talk about things, and I still will. We're still going to talk about things, but I'm just trying to figure out where everything goes here. Okay, we have our Fairy Hair Scorepad. Do we have 2 Scorepads? This is the revised Scorepad. Nightweave and player boards, marker board, Scorepad. I think we don't need the old Scorepad, but I will put it in here as long as it fits. And we'll deal with that soon. We can also put the overlays on top of the Scorepad. There are only 3 of them. 1, 2. There should be another one over here. Maybe, maybe not. Are there 2 overlays? Market board. Where's the market board from? What expansion is that from? Nightweave and player boards. We got things to do. It's not in here. It might be in Belfair. Here's our market board. We found it. Like I said, I've never used this particular expansion. We're going to use these over here. and punch these guys out. Toss that into our pile of stuff that's going away. And this over here looks like it has to go like this, upside down there, upside down-ish. So we're going to put these in here, like so. These are coming to you from the Belfair expansion, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to toss this over here and toss this over here, tossing this over here. Oh, we have a broken meeple. I'm sad. We have a broken meeple over here. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this broken thing. Needs to be glued back on. But we'll deal with that later. And I think that's all the stuff we have as far as Belfair, which means we could probably put Belfair a bit to the side. Behind us, over there. We still have these components over here, which we'll come back to from Belfair. Which means we're done with that. We still need the Nightweave boards. Now the Nightweave boards, I believe, are in one of the new expansion boxes, which means they're probably in Mistwood. Okay, so let's see if we can find them in Mistwood over here. Time to open the next box. And back to conversation. Anyways, Everdell. I like Everdell a lot. I need to play with expansions more. I have done various stuff in the Everdell universe. Lots of expansions, lots of standalone stuff, some of the base stuff, some of the mixed in variations of expansions, but I have never done an all-in Everdell game. And I'd love to at some point, but I do want to pick up the expansions one at a time and get a better sense of them before I fully dive into that rabbit hole. Because I'm definitely interested, but interested and nervous at the same time. Okay, so this is going to go in here. Now we're starting to put our Nightweave content, all of this. This is stuff I'm totally going to remember later because there's nothing quite as good as putting together all your expansions. This is a nice die. There's nothing good as putting all your expansion stuff in a box that you'll never then be able to recognize again. But I like this die over here. It's marbleized. Marbleized dice have always been my favorite. Look at that. Look at that die. It's wonderful. I think this has to do with the solo mode. I can't remember the exact stuff the spider did in Doom 2. We're going to put that off to the side like so. And I think that covers all the stuff we need in this particular box. Which means we can go ahead and put this one away as well. So, this is done, which means we are partially done with our first set of things that go back into the Everdell box, which is currently occupied by stickers and things. No one said I knew what I was doing. No one said I knew what I was doing. We are going to put this behind us and come back to it later. I actually do kind of like the box so far, but I'm saying that without any regard for how to actually dive in and play. Next box. We have the accessories box. The accessories fits the official... Okay. This is where we're going to have to try to make some decisions over here. This is our accessories box, which comes with a bunch of things and also comes with, you know, stuff for our... Oh boy. There's so much stuff over here. We're going to have to figure out how to deal with all this. I also have so many bags I'm going to have to deal with. We're going to take these tokens out. Oh, these are going to be some tokens, I guess, doors. These are more doors, probably. Maybe. Oh, those are probably what the sticker packs are for. Where's our sticker pack at? Where's our sticker pack? If I have to guess, I'd say these probably go on these, like it looks like they do. So we'll keep these stickers for now and put those off to the side. These are going to be for the mounts that we have. And I don't know exactly where they go in here. We'll figure that out shortly. But we'll try to figure it out shortly, I should say. I'm going to put these bags off. And then we have these coins over here, which are the Everdell coins. And Everdell coins, by the way, for the record, not my favorite coins overall. I think they're fine. But I don't think they have, like, the... I mean, these actually are nicer. But they're still not... Like, they look too shiny. They're too shiny. They're not, like, there's no nuance and subtlety to them. And these ones over here, the ones from the base game, the ones are even, like, less impressive looking. They have 3s, too. They have 1s and 3s and 6s, which we'll deal with shortly, as soon as we go ahead now and take another interruption break to open the last box over here, which is the Everdell Deluxe Resources. If you thought this video was a mess, you're not wrong. This is an interesting, larger conversation around the nature of giant things to store your games. Like, when you have trove chests, and when you have giant Everdell complete collections, when you have, like, one of the reasons I'm happy I have Farshore, here's an interesting, relevant point. One of the reasons I want Farshore is so that, Everdell Farshore, is so that if I want to play Everdell, but I don't want to deal with taking the whole box out, if I want to teach new people Everdell, it's a good way to do so. But I can tell you from experience that trove chest, the Too Many Bones trove chest is something that I've used and have played Too Many Bones after. But Vindication, the big box all-in, I haven't touched Vindication since getting that, although part of that is because of the fact that, we're going to show you all these in a second, part of that is biased by the fact that I haven't actually gotten all the components yet from Vindication. They had some issues, which means things are delayed, which means we're still waiting, and we'll deal with all that soon enough. These are nice. I don't understand why you'd want... Like, wanting this without these over here, that seems like a weird situation. Like, I mean, everything costs money, take that into account, obviously. But I would definitely want these with these because of the way these fit together. I assume that goes in there. I have no actual idea. I assume in here. I assume in here. This could well go in there. These probably go in here. And these probably go in here. Now, how do these all store? I wish I knew. Is there a thing online? Almost certainly. Am I able to look it up right now? In theory. Am I going to? Not actually. This I assume goes in here, but I'm not actually sure either. And this one probably goes in here, but then we're left with something that goes in there, which... Did I miss something? Did I miss something in any way? We have... I feel like I'm missing something. 1, 2, 3. No, I have it all. But why is there one extra container holder? That is confusing to me. Oh, I guess these are for the leaves. I guess the leaves just go in there. Why do the leaves go in there on their own? I don't know, but it's definitely leaf-shaped, right? We can all agree this is leaf-shaped. So that's going to go in there. And we'll put this back off to the side. And continue with our putting our deluxified resources away. So my guess is that the money tokens go in these containers here. That's my guess. But I'm saying that purely as a guess because they have 3 different money tokens. They have 3 different types of money tokens and 3 different sizes of those. So we're going to go ahead and divvy these all up over here. Putting the 3s, 3s. Whoops, of course I did that. Of course I did. The 1s, 3s, 3s over here. 3s and 3s and 3s. There's too many 6s, by the way. Not that I'm complaining. I like the fact there's lots of 6s, but in terms of trying to make this all fit, there's definitely too many 6s. Now, these pearls over here almost certainly go into the clamshell. That's another thing as well, by the way. The deluxified resources in Everdell, are these supposed to, like, actually stay still, or if you turn this box on its side, do you lose everything? Because I have to imagine if you turn the box on its side, you lose everything. I mean, I could be wrong, but also, like, is that realistic? I don't understand how this works. Or these go in here? Oh, okay, fine. That might work better. Okay. I was confused because these did not feel like it would ever fit in there, but they do feel like it fits in there. And I think fitting, weirdly enough, complainer that I am, I think that's a relevant, you know, data point as far as these things. Squishy berries are almost certainly going to go in this container over here, which looks nice overall. If they can come out of this bag over here, this squishy berry bag. We're going to dump those in. We still got another one stuck in the corner here. They have a texture that makes them a little bit harder to get out. And there we go. And then, we should have one more resource type over here. We have these gems, which I guess go into the amber sap. Is it sap? There we go. So these all fit nicely. The issue I have is I don't understand exactly how they're supposed to store in a way that... Like, are these supposed to be pulled out in a way that it can get everything... I guess you could reach in. You should keep it very, very specifically balanced. No turning things on their side over there. Okay, what else are we missing? The dice go in there. Okay. So the problem is, there's a whole empty section. Accessories, okay, we got these are going to go in here. That's fine. We are missing tokens. Not missing per se, but we have these tokens here, which I assume these tokens go in here, I'm assuming. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put these in here, which they fit nicely. Okay, that works as far as that goes. But then we're still token shy. My guess is that these go in here. That's my guess. Which means if these go in here, we're going to need to take these and put them into here, and also probably needing to put the rest of them in there as well. Meaning all these other tokens will probably have to go in here as well, but they have to be stickered. We're just going to dump them in for right now and deal with the stickering later, which is probably a mistake, let's be honest, because I don't know that when things get stickered if we do it that way. But at least they're not on the table. The nice part is, at least I'm figuring this all out as we go so far. But with not a ton of certainty as far as what goes in here. That's the part I'm missing. We definitely have some dice that go in there. So if we grab our die, that's going to go in there. We are missing another die from the base game, I imagine. I can't remember what we have a die for. I mean, there's clearly a die here, but I don't remember why or where, for that matter. So maybe it's here, maybe it's not. We'll have to deal with the die later. Okay, we're making decent progress. We have a squishy berry off the side. 1 second here. We got these tokens that we'll deal with shortly. But we have a squishy berry buried between them, which is why I wanted that. Okay, I'm feeling okay with how this part's going, but not entirely certain with how... Oh, look at that, it shows us 6 3s 1s, 1s 1s, that. Okay, so at least we know we're doing things right. Although, and I guess it does store in a way. I don't know. I feel if I shake this on the side, things will come out. But I'm not gonna try it right now. So we are safe in that sense. Now I do need to put our rulebooks on top over here. So where are our deluxified rulebooks? They are over here. And I just almost knocked everything down because I forgot how counterbalances work. I took the rulebooks out and almost the entire box fell out there. So let's show you these Deluxeified rulebooks here. We're gonna go ahead and show you what we got. We have the archive here, which I have no idea this is for. Icon reference, critter cards. Okay, that's useful. That's useful to have this whole thing here. That's fun. And then we have all this over here. This is our entire rulebook for all things Everdell, all consolidated into a single rulebook. This is going to make for some fun reading. I'm happy to have this. And this will go in here. They store nicely off to the side, which means I could ignore all the other Everdell things I have. And then this then goes on top of that. Let's see how it organizes. It looks like it organizes like so on top of that. This is where you're going to have all the critters of Everdell. Why is this like double layered? That's interesting. Is that supposed to be like this? Oh, that's because the Everdell tree. Oh, okay, fine. So, if the Everdell tree goes there, at least the good news is we have our Everdell tree here, which means we can figure out where this all goes. Probably. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put these in the center. That just makes sense over there. This will probably go somewhere in the... This will have to go like so. Nope. Like so. Nope. Back to there. I don't know. This looks like... Oh, there we go. Okay. Or not. Nope. Back to the other way. I think this is the closest it has to being kind of static. But then the tricky part, we have more tree parts. We have our... I feel like there's more tree parts, but I don't know what there would be. This would go up here. Flipped around. Okay. But where does the main center area... This could go here somehow, but I'm not seeing a clear way that it goes there. It might just go on top like so. And then we go here, and that gives us a kind of surface level that we can now put this back on top, and we have our Everdell tree kind of in its own little miniature compartment, which I've now stuck onto the top of here, foolishly. So take this off, and let's see if that goes like that. It does not stay on. We need to actually deal with things. So, I'm now just holding this. Know where to put it. We're going to move things around. We're doing okay. This is supposed to be an unboxing. Instead, it's become like an assembly of Everdell. The worst part about these in general is that I can't even figure out what I'm doing here, because usually I try talking through these ramblings, but I am so focused on trying to get things right. There's no right or wrong way to do this, is there? I mean, I assume there's a right and wrong way to do this. We're just going to go ahead and toss these in and hope for the best, I guess. It feels like a horrible mistake to do this way. Are these designed for like different sized creatures? We have our bats. Where do the frogs go? Do the frogs all go to the center? Is it printed on this board in a way that I don't see? I'm not seeing the obviousness of it. And so to that end, let's go ahead and put the frogs into the center for now, because no, I don't want to. Although I don't think these will fit otherwise. So we're going to have to go ahead and make some creative decisions over here, because I don't think things will fit. I don't see a way that this realistically works. We'll go ahead and throw the frogs to the center for right now, because we do need all the critters going there. Because here's the problem. The thing I'm worried about is I'm worried about the mounts. Where are our mounts? Here are the mounts. Here's some of the mounts. So here's our mounts over here. These probably go in here in a way that might fit. I'm curious. Now this is the kind of thing that could be solved by like literally just going online and finding stuff. But that would be way too simple, right? Way too simple. Okay, so these all sort of fit into the center, assuming those are all the actual mounts. Which I think they are. We got our bags of these. We're left with cards over there. We got those off to the side. We have no meeples down here, which means all the remaining meeples are over here, and here, and here. Okay. Making progress-ish. Although I'm realizing we're making progress, and I have a clock on I have things to do. So, looking back at this, it's not clear to me. Oh, we need to put the giant spider meeple in here too. So that's just in case you were hoping that would fit. It doesn't. It definitely doesn't. We have our mounts over here. We'll take these off. If we take all these off and try to store them in here, how does this work? That's the real question I have. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to assume they go into the center. That seems to make the most sense. but I'm saying that with no real knowledge of whether they do or don't. Just a hope, a kind of lasting hope that there's some rhyme or reason as to, I mean, honestly, if you do it just even that way, they fit a whole lot better than the first time round. And this might even go like so. No, it doesn't. Okay. Alright, so there we go. That's kind of in there. So it works if you take their, oh wait, you have this one dropped off. But even so, it works if you take off their saddles and just kind of put them organized. The next step, though, is the real step that I don't have an answer for yet. We're going to figure it all out together, which is where everything goes as far as the frogs versus the non-frogs. So I think we're going to take one of the largest animals there are and put those bats down there. We have the snails down in here. They fit nicely. We have our frogs in here. We may have to do some reorganizing to make it all fit based on the animal type. But the frog types tend to be the largest. The frog and the wanderer, whatever it is. We're going to put these down here. We got another bat. We got another snail. And we're just going to continue this process of boxing all these animals together into this insert. It's okay. Anyways, do you need all these animals? Probably not by the time you're done, because the amount of Everdell, I mean, like, it gives you definitely a degree of selection that is nice to have, but also unnecessary to have. There's no way you need this much selection, but it is fun to have, because why not? Is there a right, I feel like there must be a right way to put this, but I'm just not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to go ahead and dump them all in and hope they all fit. And if they all fit, it's good enough for me. Anyways, what's your favorite animal from Everdell? That's an interesting question in its own right. For me, I don't know. I've always liked the turtles. The turtles are definitely a fun one overall. We're going to go ahead and dump these in. Let's grab our wanderers. The colors are a little too close for comfort. I definitely should not have done it like that. Oh, those actually could probably go into a side compartment. They're small because we got birds. Birds, birds, birds. And I think the birds are the ones that actually broke a little bit for me in the other box. Where's my broken bird? Here we go. Sorry a second, I'm just trying to get this bird from behind here. We got it. And that's going to be into that container. And we'll put the turtles into... We got another piece over here, but I'm just going to dump that over there instead. Turtle can go in here, because then the turtles are nice and small, versus these are a drop larger, but I think they'll still fit over there. Perfect. Making progress, throwing out all these animals. Look at how many there are. Anyways, back to Everdell. So Everdell's a game I love, but it's a game I need to play more of to justify how much of it I own. And there's going to be a larger conversation at a different time coming around the nature of large boxes and when they help versus when they hamper your experience. Because I think they do both. I think there are times where they help your experience. Oh, we got crud. These will have to be matched with those. Okay, we got this. I think there are times where they help and hamper your... I think there are times where they help your experience. I think there's times where they hamper your experience. And I think it very much depends on the type of game. Also, your personal affinity for the game as well. Because how much you like a game is definitely a factor versus, you know, how easy things are to table. This, again, I don't know how this is supposed to be, but I feel there's definitely some degree of weird rhyme or reason as to how these are supposed to be organized and the way I'm choosing to organize them. I wonder if this must be like a sticker. You know what? Honestly, nope. I was going to check the top over there to see if there was a thing that told you where they all go that I've been missing. It's fairly common for me in these unboxings to completely miss something that tells you exactly where everything goes and have people point out after the fact, hey Alex, you kind of just looked past the guide that tells you exactly where things go. Got butterflies. We got more bags to go. We're still not done yet because that's how many there are. We're going to dump these in here and then dump those in there. We're going to dump this and this in here. Oh no, these are small. They can go in there. Okay, we're going to dump this in there. We're going to go ahead and put this in here. And then this in here. And then put all these in there. And then put these two in here. And put all of these in there. And then these, we're still getting close to being done, but not yet done. On the plus side, this insert does make it very, very hard for them to put out another set without it being a huge problem for people. Like a huge decision point. They, especially because they said they're not putting out more Everdell. They said this is it. This is the last Everdell. Well, the last expansions to Everdell. New standalone content is an entirely different conversation. Or, depending on who you ask, it's an entirely different conversation. Well, now that we have that, we also can go ahead and choose to put in here. Because I think I'm going to choose to. I think I'm going to choose to put the mounts for these. Let's grab a bag. And let's put these all into that giant compartment, which I'm not clear what it's for. I'm sure it'll become clear as we go. But, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And there we go. And this goes on top over here. And this can go on top over here in a way that hopefully settles in nicely, giving you the tree parts you need over here. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be under or over, but I feel it must go over. Yeah, it must go over. The way it is, it must go over. And this will go down to the center, close down nicely around it. And there we got this on all sides. And that's your Everdell compartment number 2, which goes on top of Everdell compartment number 1, which is behind me. So, we got this over here. We've made our peace with that part. We're making good progress in this. Now it's time for the other half. The other half are all the cards. Base game special events, and forests, and tokens, and cards. We have cards in here as well. I am not going to be going... This is the promo pack. From the beginning, James and Clarissa poured their love into Everdell. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, there's more options for pairings. This is the gather situation. Ooh, we got this over here, which this is very cute. I like this. Here, you know what? Let's go ahead and show you some new cards, because I'm sorry, I'm just getting fatigued with the whole process of doing this. These cards over here are nice. I like the art differences of this. Just nice to have some sort of variety to what you're doing here. That's what we got there. And we got this one here, which is going to be the separators for the cards. And we're going to deal with all that later. We're not going to deal with it right now. Right now I'm just going to get all the cards into this box. We'll go ahead and open this though so you can see what new pairings there are. We're going to... Uh-oh. Give me a second here. I don't want to ruin or bend these cards. I'm going to take these out and take this out over here. And these, give me a second. Slide that in there. And there we go. Okay. These are here, and these are here. So, we have more pairings. We have Calissa. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. This is cute. I like this. Although I have to figure out the balance of how to add these in all these different ways. Oh, you can put names in them. Ooh. You can put your own little names in your cards. That's fun. And then there's basically harvesters, farms, gain one, all that stuff. Very cute. Very cute. Ooh, what's this? McGregor's Market. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and put everything into here just from a pure card standpoint. I'm not going to worry too much about what goes where. I'm just putting it all in here and dealing with the fallout of this all later. Although I guess they gave us these dividers. I probably should use them. To a small degree. Through every season, Corrin, Spirecrest, Pearlbrook. This was Newleaf, this box. That's Spirecrest. So we have a Spirecrest box? We do not. We have a Nightweave's Lair box, which should be good enough. So we're going to put this over here. I'm just going to put cards back into the box over here. We got these over here from this deck, which we're going to put down into here. Although I still have to stickerify all those meeples, which is going to be a whole different conversation unto itself. And these, we're not going to heavily look. Special rules for compatibility. Oh, that's the same rule thing. And these are just going to be farms, and more farms, and Dark Deep Prison, and Everflame Tomb. And they looks like they reference cards from the base game, so this fits a historian. We have the King over here. So we have lots of these cards over here. We have whatever these are, these Market Harvest cards. These administrative errors. These events, are they? I'm not entirely sure if they are. I'm going to have to read through all the rules in this. And Nightweave the Naysayer over here. And then Tricky, Troublesome, Tormenting, Terrifying, A Job Well Done. Lots of cards here, which we're going to put down over here under the card Nightweave's Lair. Then, we have to have our base game cards. Pearlbrook. Pearlbrook's going to go over here. We'll have to find Pearlbrook cards for me, because I have a bunch of things in here, and I don't know exactly what I do and don't have. The trickiest part is I'm not even confident. I'm a little nervous that I have expansion stuff that I sleeved and put in here, which is going to be a whole different conversation I'll have to have at some other time. Oh, that's not good. I think I have expansion cards. That's going to be a tricky thing. I'm going to have to figure this out. I believe I have some of the expansion cards from when I covered the prototype in here that I will have to figure out how to deal with. So for right now, I'm just going to put these all in here and not deal with exactly what's coming from where. I'll just deal with it later instead, because I don't see a way around this without having to slow this down even further, which I definitely don't want to do. Okay, we're going to tuck these in here. We're going to move these to over... Can you slide up? Perfect, perfect. We're going to move you guys to Through Every Season. Let's just do the legends over here. Pearlbrook. Pearlbrook was the goal, but I don't think that's going to work. I think we do have Pearlbrook somewhere in here separated. Here we go. Pearlbrook. Pearlbrook's in this bag over here. think it's all Pearlbook. It looks like it's probably all Pearlbook. I've never actually paid Pearlbook. I don't believe so, at least. But these certainly look like it. So we're going to go ahead and call this Pearlbook and figure out where it goes in here. And that goes there. And then we're going to put the rest of the cards back in this side over here. Where, again, I think I have expansion cards. I'm doubling up on cards here, and some of them are sleeved, which means we're going to have to figure out how it all fits. But in the meantime, we got these: Twig Barge, Chapel, Undertaker, Inventor. You see, we have the Inventor here. We have it from the original. So I definitely have to go through these and pull out all the duplicates, which is going to be a job for another day. And that should cover most of those, but not all, because we still have cards from here. We still have this punch board here, which I'm still not done with. We have these bags, which we can toss off over there. We have cards from over here. Lots and lots of things. Some cards from over here. Let's figure out what we got. Alright, I think these are the last large size cards we got. I think. I'm doing my best to manage all of this. I'm going to put this off over here. We got these cards over here for, what was that from even? Darn it. That was from Spirecrest, I guess? That was probably from Spirecrest. Yes, that was Spirecrest, which means we can grab our Spirecrest separator. Probably work with that. Spirecrest. We'll put that on top over here. And that way we can put all the Spirecrest cards over there and keep them all nicely separated as far as that goes. Then we should have the small separators, which are going to be in this pack over here. And again, we have our Spirecrest small separators over here, which we'll put down there. Put our Spirecrest cards down into there. We have our cards from, this was from, oh my gosh, Belfair. Belfair. We got foxes and toads and cardinals and all these. This is going to be from Belfair, so we need to find our Belfair card. And then the rest of all the stuff that we're not sorting right now are going to be into this bucket over there. And again, some degree of crossover as far as what's being mixed around. But I will deal with all of that later, because like I said already, I don't want to deal with it now. We got this card, which is from Nightweaver or whatever it is. I'm not even sure what these are. These are going to be new rolls. New rolls, which we'll throw from player powers, which should be organized well over there. I'm going to tuck those in. And I think that kind of covers it as far as the card stuff we have. We can throw this off. These can go into there. These can go over here. There's so many bags. There are so many bags. Here we go. We got bags over here. Nothing else. We got bags over here. So we got lots and lots of bags we will not be using as we try to organize and clean this all up. We got bags and bags and bags over here. We have rules as well for all those things. We'll deal with all that shortly. And this can go off to the side as well, which means now we're it's finally time. This goes nicely on top. Please tell me it does. It's always tricky when you have these overlay things. It looks like it does though, and these can be tossed. We're doing mostly fine. We're supposed to be putting in base game special events and forest, Belfair special events, forest, player powers. It looks like we're supposed to put some degree of tokens in here, which is throwing me off. Let's see what we got. We could take a look over here and put these tokens. I think these are supposed to go in there. It's definitely on the list. We'll put them in for here for right now, but sort them later if we need to. These tokens look like they're supposed to go in there as well, which again, not loving that as far as how that's arranged, but I can kind of work with it. I'd rather put into the big divot in the other container. This will go in here as well. These will be punched and have to be bagged somewhere. I know I just got rid of all those bags. Well, they're still within arm's reach. Okay. This can now go behind me there. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be like a whole... This is supposed to be a conversation, and to not turn into a conversation. But we do have these locations over here that need a spot to go. We have all these cards in here, and this, and this. The bridge is missing a bottom to it. And these can go in here. Probably sort of in there. Okay. We need a bag for these tokens. And I'd rather put them into the other box, but I'm not going to try to figure that out right now. So I'm going to put these into here for right now. Although we still have all these as well. The train tickets go in there. It looks like the train tickets do go in there. The money we shouldn't need because those are going to be extra components that are replaced by the deluxified bits instead. So some of these bits we don't necessarily need, which is the nice part. The problem is we still have to figure out exactly how this all operates. I don't like these being put in there. I'm going to tuck these in here for right now. But we'll deal with it later, properly. We'll deal with it more cleanly later. Or more properly later. These can go in there, into the bag. And then these tokens, hopefully, should be able to go. I'm not going to throw everything out yet. I'm going to keep these all. In fact, it's actually fun. Cyclades. Cyclades is a game that I have these cool metal tokens to Cyclades. And as a result, I got rid of all my regular cardboard tokens, the cardboard coins. The problem is Cyclades now has a legendary reprint. And now I have to figure out how I'm handling that. Because if I want to keep those metal coins, somebody's getting a copy of Cyclades without the right coins. Which is an interesting problem. I could give them the cardboard coins from the Kickstarter version of Cyclades, the Legendary Edition, but then they have a mismatched copy, which, again, feels not the best over there. So all things considered, it's an okay situation, but it's not the best. And we have this on top of this now, which is fine. I'm curious how this is supposed to go. Is this supposed to go just like that? Or maybe the token is supposed to go on top of this? I'm not entirely clear where everything goes here, but we'll figure it out. What I do know is we have our wonders going in here, and these should hopefully be incredibly intuitive. He says hoping. We got that into that. That works perfectly. We have our open sign locations. How are these going to go? I assume it goes, oh, it goes like that or like that. Yeah, it has to go like that. Okay. So these go in like so. Okay. And then we can go ahead and continue putting them in like so. Great. Open, open, just open on top. That works nicely. This is a nice container. Again, these the thing is, at the end of the day, this works well for what it's trying to do. It's just a lot of work to get it from point A to point B. This over here probably goes like this, I had to guess. Maybe like this over here. It looks like it's tricky-ish. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. That works. Perfect. We have another closed location over here. Is that what's supposed to be there? There we go. This is supposed to be there. This is supposed to be, I don't know. We have our dice. We found the dice. These are the dice. I knew they were in the box somewhere. This, I assume, goes somewhere in here, but I'm not entirely clear exactly how it does. It can go like this, maybe? Does it go in like that? Give me a second to figure this one out. If it goes like that, would the box go on? Yeah, I guess it does. Okay. I mean, some of these things shake around a little bit in a way that makes this very easy to not have to, like, this is the problem. Like, it works to an extent, but I think this is very specifically designed to be a certain way, and only that way. And I think we are finally done with everything Everdell here. It only took 45 minutes. Too long. Too long. But, let's go ahead and see what we have. So we have all our rulebooks here, which in theory we shouldn't need. We need our stickers. Sorry, wrong camera. We need our stickers. The rulebooks are all going to go away, but we're gonna make sure we're sure about this before we throw anything out. Don't worry about that. Except for the stuff on the floor. The stuff on the floor can go away. We need the stickers off to the side over here. We need this put into over here. So now we're going to go ahead and lay this in. This will go in like so. Okay, that's number one. Then this is going to go in on top of that. Then I need to grab these boxes from behind me because they have everything else. Okay, we got this stuff over here. So to that end, this over here is going to go in, and this is the tricky part, like as far as how this gets in. Well, that worked. And this is going to go in on top of that. Perfect, works as well. These stickers can overlay onto here nicely enough. Let's put this under there, there's a little bit of indent. And then we can go ahead and put the box top on. We're going to keep this because that seems reasonable, at least for right now. We'll keep this too, because why not? We'll tuck that down. And now we have our Everdell completely dealt with. Ish. And then we have a million boxes and a giant mess on the floor behind me. And this whole thing, which I will reluctantly put on, even though I really, really think that I cannot justify having this all the time around. Do I get rid of the box sleeve? It just feels so... I'm getting rid of the box sleeve. No, I'm getting rid of the box sleeve. I'm sorry, I like the box sleeve. I do. But this is enough of a workout to deal with getting this from on the table to played. On the plus side, I did just free up an entire Calyx cubby, so we do have that. I don't know what this video was supposed to be. It was supposed to be an unboxing. I made the mistake of trying to organize. I've done that before, usually to this effect. I couldn't resist myself. I like Everdell. I like Everdell Far Short too, I just don't know if you need it. I like my little Everdell, and I think it's a different target audience for it, so I think that's different. And I'm sure they'll come up with more Everdell stuff because it's basically printing money. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, it's printing money because there's an audience. It just means evaluate for yourself what you do and don't need, and you don't need everything. In any case, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Boarding & Co. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I hope you have a good one.